at the market, I feel like abundance, whether it's abundance because I'm around all of the fresh food that's available, or the abundance of the energy that the people bring because they're excited to be here, the abundance of the sounds of the artists that are performing.
In year 2, we were really focused on the arts integration piece across this sort of like constellation of events that the organizations were doing. So we had farmers markets that were pop-up markets across West Side and South Side that were once a month. We also had the ongoing weekly market the West Elmwood Housing puts on that had arts kind of infused through it, through an arts curator that we hired. And we also sort of re-emerged this program that was at Southside Cultural Center previously called Community Flavors. So that was run by our partner at the Rhode Island Black Storytellers.
There's so much diversity in this community, and many of the countries from where individuals originate. These types of markets happen all the time, but for some reason it's very foreign happening here. So the ability for us to kind of get closer to the residents and have them be able to experience this, get comfortable, see that it's really for them and that they can participate in these.
I think it's really great to have representation of a community. It becomes like a welcoming, inviting space for everybody.
Sowing Place is a deep collaboration between the City of Providence and 3 local organizations who, in different ways, work with the health, the arts, the food, and the economic development of the South Side and the West End. And those organizations are West Elmwood Housing, the African Alliance of Rhode Island, and the Southside Cultural Center.
The first time I came here last summer on a Wednesday, I was completely blown away. I mean, the prices are excellent. You can't find fresh organic produce anywhere else in the state that I know about for these prices. And then this year I got the opportunity to have a stand, and I'm super excited to be here.
The idea was how to not burden these organizations with a new initiative or new formation, but allow them to amplify and enhance their identities and the projects that they're already working on. And I think that this grant and this process has really built up the organizations and the leaderships and the partnerships between the organizations in a way that can be lasting.
We specialize in Tex-Mex breakfast tacos served on authentic handmade flour tortillas. Getting opportunities to cater events, it really puts us in the mix, makes us a big part of what is happening. Kudos to Sowing Place for being mindful of, hey, we want to do an event in the community. It needs to be run by the community.
The focus around food in year 1 was really about how do you get access to affordable, locally grown, culturally relevant foods. But in year 2, and especially towards the culminating event of Community Table, we really were thinking more holistically around the art of food, the art of serving it, the art of preparing it, and the art of coming to a table together, and what it means for that social cohesion piece for folks from all different walks of life to break bread.
This initiative is really important to us, and I mean that it's important in general, but it's never been as important as it is right now. Thinking about how do we create this sense that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves? How do we find these common touch points that bring people together? Of course, we rely on art, food, culture, and the work that's happening here in this neighborhood through this project, truly is ground zero for what we want to see spread throughout the entire city.
I've lived in Rhode Island for about 28 years. Perry Avenue, Broad Street, Washington Park. I cannot think of one commercial grocery store. We are happy to be here. We are happy to say thank you to Sowing Place, thank you to City of Providence, and to Grexy Foundation.